Have you ever woken up but your brain just didn't? It feels like you're trying to think through a thick, heavy fog where even the simplest decision feels like a huge effort. You try to focus, you want to get things done, but it's like wading through mud. The frustration starts to build. You know you're capable, but something is holding you back, just draining your energy and stealing your focus. That feeling of brain fog, it's not just in your head. It's a real and frankly exhausting state to be in. But what if you could cut right through that haze? What if you could get your focus and energy back, not with some complicated biohacking routine or a cabinet full of expensive pills, but with simple science-backed steps you can literally start today? In this video, we're breaking down 7 daily habits that will help you clear out the mental clutter, boost your brain power, and feel sharp, alert, and in control. These aren't just empty promises. They're real strategies that work with your brain's biology. So, let's dive in together. The most important step to a clear mind has nothing to do with what you do when you're awake. It's all about your sleep. Seriously, you can try every productivity hack in the book, but if you're not getting quality sleep, you're fighting a losing battle. Think of your brain as a busy city. All day it's working hard and creating metabolic waste. At night, a brilliant cleanup crew called the glymphatic system gets to work. This system is most active during deep sleep, flushing out toxins, including the kind of plaque linked to serious neurodegenerative diseases. If you cut that cleaning process short, the trash builds up, leading directly to brain fog, memory problems, and fatigue. The science is pretty clear. Most adults need a solid 7 to 8 hours of consistent sleep to let the brain do its thing. During that time, your brain is consolidating memories, balancing your emotions, and literally washing itself clean. This isn't just about feeling rested, it's non-negotiable maintenance for a high-performing brain. And consistency is everything here. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing wind-down routine. Maybe turn off screens an hour before bed, read a book, or listen to some calm music. Mastering your sleep is the foundation for everything else we're about to cover. Now that your foundation is set, let's talk about fuel. Your brain is an incredibly hungry organ, using about 20% of your body's calories. You wouldn't put bad fuel in your car and expect it to run well, right? Same goes for your brain. And the path to clarity often starts with the simplest habit of all, drinking enough water. Even being mildly dehydrated can actually cause your brain tissue to shrink, impairing things like concentration and short-term memory. One study found even slight dehydration led to more fatigue, a worse mood, and trouble paying attention. So, a huge glass of water first thing in the morning and a bottle by your side all day? That's a small move with a huge, almost immediate impact. Beyond water, what you eat has a massive effect because of the gut-brain axis, a complex communication highway between your digestive system and your brain. Your gut is home to trillions of microbes that produce a shocking amount of neurotransmitters. For example, about 90% of your body's serotonin is made in the gut. Now, it's important to know that this gut-made serotonin doesn't just travel up to your brain to make you happy. It mainly manages digestion, but an unhealthy gut can cause inflammation and send stress signals that do affect your mood and clarity. Research shows diets like the Mediterranean diet, full of fruits, veggies, healthy fats, and whole grains, are great for your head and your body. But you don't need a complete life overhaul. Start small. Add some berries to your breakfast. Snack on nuts instead of chips. Every meal is a chance to give your brain what it needs to thrive. Here's something that surprises many people. One of the most powerful clarity boosters doesn't come from your plate, but from your legs. Physical activity is one of the most effective ways to sharpen your focus and lift mental fatigue. When you move your body, you crank up blood flow and oxygen to the brain, which gives you an immediate lift in energy and creativity. Exercise also unleashes a cocktail of feel-good chemicals like endorphins and dopamine. But it gets even better. Working out actually promotes the growth of new brain cells, partly by increasing a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. The best way to think of BDNF is like fertilizer for your brain. It helps your neurons stay healthy and encourages new connections, which is critical for learning and memory. And you don't need to run a marathon to get these perks. The National Institute of Mental Health points out that just 30 minutes of walking can give your mood and focus a noticeable boost. A brisk walk on your lunch break, some stretching in the morning, dancing around your kitchen, it all counts. The best workout for your brain? The one you'll actually do. Our goal is to help people feel better and stay mentally strong. But to keep creating science-based tools like this, we need your support. So if you're finding value in these insights, like this video, share it with someone who might need it and subscribe. It helps us reach more people who want to live with clarity and balance. In a world of constant pings, dings, and notifications, our brains almost never get a moment to just pause. This is where mindfulness comes in, and it's not about emptying your mind, it's about focusing it. Mindfulness is simply the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judging it. And research shows that even a few minutes a day can start to rewire your brain for better attention and less stress. Here's why it matters. When we're stressed, our body gets flooded with cortisol, a hormone that, in high doses, messes with our focus and fuels brain fog. Mindfulness flips the switch to your parasympathetic nervous system. Think of it as your body's calm mode, which helps lower cortisol and lets the rational, decision-making part of your brain come back online. You don't need a special cushion or a silent room to get started. You can do it right now. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale slowly for 4, and hold for 4. Repeat that box breathing for just a minute or two. It's like pressing reset on your brain, pulling you out of that fog of overwhelm. Here's something that often gets overlooked: our digital habits. The endless scrolling, constant notifications, and pressure to do 10 things at once create a state of chronic distraction that shatters our attention. And multitasking? It's a myth. It feels productive, but research shows it's the opposite. You're actually just task switching very quickly, which tanks your productivity and makes it impossible to get into deep focus. Think of your attention like a spotlight. When you shine it on one thing, you see it clearly. When you try to spread it across 5 things, everything is a dim shadow. To get your clarity back, you have to be the boss of your digital world. Start by embracing single tasking. When you're working on something important, close the other 27 tabs and put your phone in another room. Seriously, just having your phone in your line of sight can sap your focus. Carve out some tech-free time in your day, like the first hour you're awake or during meals. It gives your brain a chance to breathe. A great tool is the Pomodoro technique. Work with intense focus on one thing for 25 minutes. Then take a 5-minute break completely away from your screen. Those breaks aren't lazy. They're essential for staying sharp. And speaking of staying sharp, your brain has this amazing ability called neuroplasticity, which just means it can change and build new connections your whole life. But to keep it that way, you have to use it. This means seeking out new and challenging activities. Sure, crossword puzzles are fine, but true cognitive growth comes from novelty. Try learning an instrument or a few phrases in a new language. Read a book about something you know nothing about. These activities force your brain to build new pathways, making you mentally more flexible. And here's something most people forget: clarity thrives on connection. Humans are deeply social creatures, and our brains are wired for interaction. Social isolation is terrible for brain health and is even linked to a higher risk of dementia. Meaningful conversations and interactions are a complex workout for your brain, engaging attention, memory, and problem solving all at once. So make time for friends, join a club, call a family member. A simple chat can be one of the best things you do for your mental clarity all day. Improving your mental clarity isn't about finding one magic trick. It's about building a system of simple, sustainable habits that support your brain every single day. It's about creating a foundation for focus and energy, one step at a time. So let's do a quick recap. Master your sleep so your brain's cleanup crew can do its job. Fuel your brain with plenty of water and good food. Move your body to get the blood and happy chemicals flowing. Take 5-minute mindfulness resets to calm your nervous system. Tame the digital chaos by focusing on one thing at a time. And finally, keep your mind sharp with new challenges and social connection. Brain fog can feel overwhelming, but you are not powerless. The journey to a clearer mind starts with one small change. You don't have to do all of these tomorrow, just pick one that speaks to you and commit to it for a week. See how you feel, then maybe add another. These small daily actions compound over time, leading to huge improvements in your focus, energy, and well-being. Your mind is wiser than you think. Give it the calm and focus it deserves. So, I have a question for you. Looking at this list, what's the one small step you're going to try tomorrow to start clearing the fog? Drop it in the comments below. Your commitment might just be the inspiration someone else needs. We have much more to share to help you understand your brain and unlock your potential. Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay inspired.